Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are going to be doing another holiday build, even though it is after Christmas, but I never got around to posting this and finishing it in time because we were celebrating our Christmas with our families over here, so it got a little hectic, but I had started this right before Christmas time, and my idea was to build a little family home here, just a little one-level rancher style home for a family, and they have just finished their Winterfest festivities. So inside their home there will be like a lot of decorations still up and a lot of toys and just little things scattered around because they've just celebrated the holiday. There's some like unwrapped present piles still in the living room. I think that is just very realistic because I know for a couple days in my house there was just toys in different boxes that hadn't been opened yet, and we're just waiting for the batteries and all kinds of wrapping paper everywhere. So I wanted to kind of replicate that in The Sims, and I really like this lot here in Copperdale because it's overlooking the pier and it looks really nice pretty much in all weather. Right now obviously the weather is nice because I was just in build mode with no family, but eventually I do change it over to winter and I have the family moved in, and I did pull them off the gallery, so I'll put their information in the description box down below. But I had a lot of fun with this one. I used a lot of growing together and a lot of seasons. I kind of threw in a bunch of different packs, but I tried not to use too many. So you'll see in the description box also I will show which packs I used, because I think I did pretty good at a limited pack build considering how I usually am with my not limiting packs. And it also took me a very long time with this roof line because I used multiple pieces to try to get this perfect shape that wouldn't clip in on the interior. That was kind of important to me. I also love this combination of the brown roof shingles with the green siding. Now we're going to jump into the interior. I was just kind of planning out how the living room space was going to be shaped because I wanted enough room for the Winterfest tree and also a lovely fireplace to display this new television set just above it that we got with those cozy rewards. I really enjoy that TV, and comes with a lot of really nice swatches for all different seasons and all different holidays. So I thought it would be fun because you can just change the swatch on that per season and it'll kind of match your aesthetic no matter what. And I also threw in some book nook couches and love seats and that little bench seat over there in the corner, kind of like a little reading nook. I thought that was nice. And this lovely coffee table that came with growing together because it's kind of worn down, but it also has a nice blue tone to it. And I was going to go for like a brighter color scheme inside the home that will work for all seasons, not just Winterfest. So I was trying not to do too overly Winterfesty in this home. I was trying to make it more functional for all seasons. And then right here after the entryway, little tiny mudroom space, we're going to have the kitchen, and I used these countertops from the For Rent expansion pack, but we will get back to the kitchen shortly. First we're going to finish up our floor planning. I ended up having 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and the primary bedroom has an ensuite bathroom. So they have their own bathroom, and then the girls' rooms, it's a room for 2 girls, one's a child, one is a teen, and they share a bedroom. So they have bunk beds and they have lots of different little things on their walls, but kind of a small room in the end, just enough space for a dresser and a mirror and the usual activities for a child and a teen. Mostly I think this family lives in their living room. They hang out there. They have a little tiny office nook in the corner right behind where we're looking right now at the kitchen. So they have just enough space in their bedroom, but the rest of their activities are done in the rest of the house, I think, because everyone shares. And over here we have a very tiny little dining space with this base game table that we got with an update a few years back. And then the chairs from Growing Together do end up changing later on. They were kind of a placeholder chair for the meantime, but I do change them. I forget to which chair, but we will find out together. So out here they also have a tiny little back deck with stairs that lead to their backyard, and when I move the whole home a little bit more forward, it'll give me some space to decorate the yard just a little bit. Here's more of my roofing struggle, just trying to get it all situated, and I do end up having to pull that roof back a little bit because you can see it's not all the way back onto the rest of the roofing. Yes, this took me a very long time. It took me a significant amount of time to get all the little bits all together and to make sense. And I also ended up replacing the stairs with these ones that came with, I believe, from Get Together, because they have a little bit more of a worn texture and I think they make more sense. I also love these doors that came with Get Together for the interior, just because they have a lot of panels and I think they look very traditional and nice. Now in their kitchen, they have a lot of Home Chef hustle going on along with the for rent cabinets, and I think they work really, really well together. So I was pretty proud of that. Here I am changing the chairs to the university chairs, because I think that very light cushion tone kind of blends well with any color that you might use. And changing the shape of the primary bedroom a little bit so I could fit more of the ensuite bathroom in here, because I wanted to have a shower tub combo right in this little nook, and I picked out the one obviously from Growing Together because it is my favorite shower tub combo. We also have just one toilet, and then I did a double sink, these two green sinks that also came from Growing Together. I wanted to have the same kind of bathroom for both of them, so I did repeat a lot of the same furniture. I just kind of changed the orientation of each bathroom. And then here in the girls' room we have the bunk beds going in. I just used these ones again from Growing Together. It's kind of hard to go wrong with this set. They just look so nice. And the bottom bunk is for the teen. She has the pink clouds, and then the younger daughter has the upper bunk with the blue clouds. So I picked out lots of fun colors for this room. We have a blue dresser, and I ended up giving them a very colorful wallpaper as well. And they also have a little mirror here to share. It has lots of stickers on it. I assumed that it was the teen daughter's mirror first, and then when they started to share a bedroom together, now they both put stickers on the mirror. So it's kind of their communal space, and also a stuffy and a toy box. And then over here we have our little office nook here in the kind of kitchen dining space. I put in more of these bookshelves here in the corner, and I just pieced them together to make a little bit more sense. They actually combine together really nicely, even though there's like no corner piece. They don't clip too badly together, so they were very easy to place here, and just some lamps in lieu of a ceiling light, because I thought that it looked better with just some regular lamps. Over here we have another little entryway table, this little buffet table, and then on top we have the mirror from Seasons, and I do use tool mod to lower that a little bit because it's always just way too high up on the wall, and some lovely candles in a tray. Later on I will decorate that a little bit more. We will see that later, but first we are putting down the flooring from For Rent, and then here in the kitchen we have the tile from Growing Together, the herringbone tile, which I think works so nice in any home. And then we have these lovely windows with the big paneling on the outside for either side of the living room space. And in the rest of the home, I use all of the Growing Together windows, just some of the double ones and the single ones. I kind of tried to space them out a little bit and make it look like they made sense. And then of course in the dining room, I wanted to use a nicer window, so I pulled out that stained glass window for right in front of where the dining table is, repeated the same windows on this side of the home, and then put more of these stained glass windows in the living room space. Right now there's two of them, but later on I end up getting rid of the double stained glass window and just keeping one of them, because with the curtains it didn't quite look right and I couldn't make it really work for me, so I gave up on that dream. I just kept one stained glass window on either side of the fireplace. Also adding an upright piano because I wanted a little bit more activity for this room other than just the Christmas tree and the television set. So I had these lovely curtains going in from Seasons with the gold leaves all over them because I think they're so pretty, and a little hanging plant over here next to the piano just for a splash of greenery. I tried to throw in a decent amount of plants. I didn't want to overly plant it up, but I wanted there to be a decent amount of plants because I think that the mom of this home really enjoys interior decorating, and right now houseplants are all the rage if you are doing interior decorating. Also picked a lovely ceiling light that came with base game for the middle of the living room, and then these little sconce lights from Growing Together for the rest of the home. You'll see them scattered around the walls. Here in the mudroom we have a little cabinet from Cats and Dogs, and then a repeat of that bench from Book Nook, and just some paintings up on the wall. I kept it really simple. I'll add a rug in here, but first we are adding the rug to the outside, and then this other rug to the inside, and the one on the inside is from Dream Home Decorator. The one on the outside is from the Cozy Rewards as well, because I really like how you can change the swatches on that, same as with the TV, to match whatever season you're going with. And then in the girls' room we have this lovely pink speckled wallpaper that came with base game, and I use this lovely rug as well that came with a base game update right before Growing Together, and it matches this room so nicely. I tried to pick one that was a little bit more neutral. So I liked the mountains, and I wanted all the colors to go together nicely. And some more curtains. Obviously, these ones are from high school years, so that is a little bit different for this room. I like the kind of bluish, purplish tone, and then the white kind of calms it down a little bit as far as the colors. I went very pastel-y in this room, I am noticing. And then, of course, we have some wall posters, because I think that really helps accentuate the personalities of the girls in that room. And the parents' room, I change up quite a bit over time. Right now it has the wallpaper from For Rent, but I will end up changing that later on. And then the fluffy rug from City Living I put under their bed for now. Then I changed the wallpapers. You can see to this more like salmon color, just flat paint. I thought it looked a little bit nicer, and it kind of matches the colors on the bed. The bed, I believe, is from Eco Lifestyle. And then I use these curtains from the Modern Luxe kit, because I very much enjoy how they kind of flow down to the ground. The other window wouldn't really work with a curtain, so I just left that alone. Pulled out the dresser from the kids' room stuff, actually, and I think it looks really nice in that room. And then in the bathrooms, we kept it really simple with a lot of growing together walls and floors. And our bathroom clutter stuff, we have our plunger and our toilet paper roll. We pull out the soap pumps and the toothpaste cup. And of course, there's some weird slotting on these sinks, which drives me crazy. So I had to use some all placement to get the soap pump right where I wanted it. But I did eventually get there in the end. And then this mirror here is from Love Struck, and I like how large it is, and it kind of encompasses both of the sinks. So I used Tool Mod to just adjust it how I needed it to be. I put this dresser in here to kind of act as an end table, or like a hutch where you can store your towels and linens and such, but I did have to size it down, so everything's slotted in a very strange spot. I had to use Tool Mod to get everything exactly where I wanted it, but I just pulled out these towels and also some perfumes and colognes, and I put those on top of here as well using this little tiny shelf from Dream Home Decorator. It really helped to get the exact placement of where I wanted them to be in there. And then this lovely curtain from the Cozy Bistro kit, because it has the lace on it, and I think it's just a very classic bathroom curtain to have in here. And my favorite bathroom light, which is Base Game, I just sized it down one click because it is a little bit large, and then added a towel on the wall. And I believe I also end up adding a towel back here behind the sink, and then a little floor rug in front of the shower in just a Space Game rug. I think it's really nice, just like a nice light green tone, and a little painting on the wall here from Cottage Living. And I pretty much repeat the same thing in this bathroom, except I use a different hutch. That one is from Life and Death, and it is in white, which looks very nice, and you wouldn't expect it to come from that pack, but it looks really good. It has the same kind of like toiletry look about it, so I thought it worked in here. And I also put a towel and a plant on top of that later on, but for right now we just have our bathroom clutter stuff going in. And then I kind of carved out this little spot here in the bathroom to kind of give a little cozy space for the shower tub combo. Same rug, same light. And then we're going to work on the outside a little bit because I wanted to add a little bit more personality, so I threw in these corbels out front here and also out back so that it had a little bit more something on the outside. I also wanted to put another window and maybe a little awning or something, just to, again, give it some kind of personality, because it looked really plain on the upper level, and I think that I accomplished that. I hope that you enjoy that as well. And more lighting, of course, just repeating the same lighting from the living room just to keep it really cohesive. A couple more plants in this corner just to give it something, because it was looking a little naked. And then I used this Base Game mirror over here on the wall, and then used Tool Mod to lower it down ever so slightly. And I think that their room is pretty much complete, just adding some finishing touches to the kitchen and dining space with some clutter, some plants, some boxes, some books. I also threw some board games in on top of that shelf in case the kids want to play some board games. We have the Parenthood board for chores and such and scheduling. I thought that was essential with, two girls in the home. Maybe they have a lot of activities they need to schedule around. Some more plants right here, just in the kitchen entryway space. And then in the kitchen on the counters, I'm placing a bunch of clutter. We have some water bottles, one that I sized down to be for the child, and then I also have the coffee maker and the Instant Pot. I believe the coffee maker is from Cozy Bistro, the Instant Pot is from For Rent, and then we have some coffee mugs near the coffee pot. We have a dish drainer, we have our utensils over here by the stove, and then I also put a soap pump over here by the sink. Maybe that's like the dish soap, or maybe it's just another hand soap. I think that it makes a lot of sense. And then some seasoning seasonings over here by the stove and some knives as well, and I kind of rearrange it, so I moved the little cutting board that came with Cool Kitchen over to the other side. I thought it made sense for the cutting board to be near the knives, the range hood as well. And then over here in the dining space, we're adding these lovely breakfast pictures because why not? They just look really nice. I wanted them to kind of fill up that wall. And then another wall plant, which is from For Rent. On the dining table, we're going to add a little salt and pepper shaker and a bottle of wine, and then a flower for the center of the table. And I end up pulling out my little pole trick from the toddler stuff pack from the lights. I pull that out so that I can line up all of the little clutter on the table. And then back over here into the office nook, we're adding our pen and pencil cup, another painting on the wall just because, and some more study books. And I thought that the living room was still looking a little bit empty. I wanted it to be spacious, but I didn't want it to feel undecorated. So I threw out another table over here and also another plant in the corner. And then here I am adding more curtains to these windows and changing the placement of them so they made more sense for the room and also for the outside of the home. And then I wanted to rearrange the wood stack, which came from Werewolves, and the fire pokers because I thought that made a lot of sense. But we have fully decorated pretty much everything. We're just going to work on the outside a little bit. We have the outside furniture just on the front porch, this lovely outdoor couch, and then some trellises and a little plant. I also wanted to make sure there was some outdoor lighting, so I threw in these sconces. Out back, there's going to be a little monkey bar set, and then we have all of our lit up bushes that also came with the Cozy Rewards, the login event. I thought that was a lot of fun, so I threw a bunch of those in. I'm pretty sure they are all around the outside of the home because I really wanted them to be like the accent bush of this entire home, and then we just kind of continue that all around. And I also added these other little tiny bushes that look like I guess they're flower bushes of some kind. They're just base game flower bushes, but I like the way they looked with the snow on them, so I threw them in as well. And some of these large pine trees with all the snow on them because they're just so pretty, and they look nice in all seasons regardless, and they do kind of match the vibe of Copperdale, so I thought that they would fit in nicely. We have a mailbox going in from Seasons, and then out back here we do have a little patio space, even though you can't see it because it's covered by snow. And we have the grill, and I think that Dad just got that for Christmas, so he's very excited to wait for those good grilling days and get out here and have a little barbecue outside with his whole family. And I think maybe Mom got the Instant Pot for Christmas, so that's why that's all set up in the kitchen and ready to go. She's been using it a lot and trying to get a feel for all the recipes she can do. And then the girls obviously got a lot of good stuff. Maybe the teen got some video games because she's constantly going over to the computer and playing them. And I think that the younger daughter got a lot of toys. She got a brand new dollhouse. She got a lot of art supplies because she really likes crafting, and she's just all over the place with all of her toys. So I think that this family had a very, very eventful Winterfest. And then they still have all of their decorations out. So we put up some garland and those new wreaths, and then some hanging decorations here on the porch right where the spandrels are, and also where the trellises are, because I wanted it to look very well decorated. And of course some other paper decorations that maybe the daughter made, and some bushes outside just to kind of frame in the entire home. I do end up adding some terrain paint, but you can't really see it now. You'll see it if you play in this home and you wait till it gets to springtime. Hopefully you will see the terrain paint. It doesn't get deleted. And then a few more finishing touches in the living room, just some gifts and some little decorations on that table. And then we have some of this garland and candle set going on top of the piano because I wanted it to have a little bit more something, adding some interior wreaths and also some interior bows on these windows to really accentuate the Winterfest spirit. But I just remember that when I was a kid, we used to have a candle in all of our windows, like one of those little electric candles, and my mom would always tie a little bow on the candle. So that is why when I saw that bow, I thought, oh, those definitely go on a window. I'm not sure, but it made a little bit of sense to me. Also added a little extra bow here that we got, I think, last Christmas, and I threw it in with the rest of the present pile. But we are finishing up the decorating. We have a little nutcracker outside and another little pile of presents. And then out here, I am bringing my family in to do a little bit more decorating. So I grabbed the teen daughter to put up some icicle lights and some chase lights on the spandrels and the roofline, and then we brought out more of the decorations here in the back and some more garland just to make it all make sense. I wanted it to look nice from the back as well as the front, and then we are adding some flower boxes also on the other windows that don't have the garland on them because I thought that that was essential. And that's pretty much it for our home. So here is the view of the outside. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you stay tuned for the screenshots, you'll see in the living room, I put in a bunch more toys just scattered about and a bunch more just little tiny clutter to make it look really, really lived in and like they've been opening presents and moving stuff around, trying to make room for all of their new gifts that they received. So I hope you liked it. And if you have any suggestions for anything you'd like to see in the new year, I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. I really appreciate all of the love and the views and the likes and the comments. And I hope you guys all had a great holiday season and a happy new year to everyone. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.